Deep inside the celestial archives, a realm of glowing servers, living memory grids, and files that breathe with divine light, an agent enters a restricted chamber with a trembling hand. He was given one command: erase file, chosen one. He types the order. The keys echo like thunder in a place where sound should not exist. Instantly, the monitors react, not with compliance, but with resistance. Your file doesn't fade. It brightens. Lines of code rearrange themselves. Your photo reappears sharper. Your purpose metadata expands across the screen like wings unfolding. The agent panics and hits delete again. Harder, faster. The lights flicker. The entire archive trembles. Then a warning flashes across every surface. Access denied, protected by heaven. He steps back in fear. This isn't normal. Files don't talk back. Destinies don't defend themselves. Identities don't resurrect on their own. But yours does. Because your file isn't a document. It's a divine blueprint. Every attempt to erase you has the same outcome. Your existence becomes more undeniable. Your identity more radiant, your purpose more indestructible. Heaven refuses to delete what it authored. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. If you ever felt the world try to silence or erase you, type 444. Your file is protected. The agent stands frozen before the glowing screen, his fingertips still hovering above the delete key, as if it burned him. He has erased thousands of files. He has wiped destinies, assignments, timelines, yet none of them ever resisted. But your file did. He scrolls through it, trying to understand. The deeper he looks, the stranger becomes. Your file doesn't read like a biography. It reads like a living prophecy. Moments of survival he cannot explain. Patterns of timing that defy logic. Interventions clearly not human. Footprints of purpose woven through years when you felt invisible. He whispers to himself, "Why can't this be deleted?" He tries again. The system hums, then erupts with a burst of light that fills the entire room. He shields his eyes. A message appears. Identity sealed not by agency but by author. His heart drops. This is not a file under his authority. This is something beyond training, beyond protocol, beyond the intelligence division of heaven. He feels watched not by cameras, but by a presence. A quiet, unshakable certainty settles over him. He shouldn't have touched your file. It was never his to erase. It belonged to something older, higher, sovereign. He steps back from the console, no longer an eraser of records, now a witness to an identity protected by divine law. Your name glows on the screen like a sealed decree. He realizes the truth with trembling clarity. He wasn't deleting a person. He was confronting destiny. The agent gathers himself and tries a different approach. He opens a command panel, overrides security, and initiates a full purge sequence, the kind used to erase entire timelines. The screen goes black. For a moment, the room is silent. Then, a pulse of light surges through the archive. Not electrical, not mechanical, spiritual. Rows of servers flicker in synchronized waves, as if the entire system is breathing. Your file reappears. Not damaged, not weakened, enhanced. Your photo glows with a radiance the agent can't look at directly. Your name expands across the screen, letters sharpening into gold-edged clarity. Lines of code rearrange into patterns he's never seen. Geometric, ancient, almost sacred. He stares in disbelief. This isn't a glitch. He runs diagnostics. The system refuses to scan your file. Every tool returns the same message, unreadable to mortal systems. He tries isolating the file. It duplicates. He tries corrupting the metadata. It corrects itself before he finishes typing. He tries encrypting it behind locked protocols. It bypasses them and returns to visibility. Your file resists deletion the same way a heartbeat resists silence. The agent steps away, shaken. He realizes the archive isn't malfunctioning. It's responding to you, to your story, to your sealed identity. Because destiny doesn't disappear under pressure. It radiates. And in that moment, the agent understands. Every attempt to erase you only makes you more undeniable. The archive lights begin to stabilize, but the atmosphere is different now. Charged, aware, almost alive. The agent approaches the console cautiously, hoping the system has returned to normal. It hasn't. As soon as he touches the keyboard, a red alert flashes across every monitor in the chamber. Alert! File locked by the creator. The words freeze him in place. Celestial agents are trained for anomalies. They handle temporal distortions, identity rewrites, corrupted destinies, but they have never seen this alert. This message appears only when a file has a direct seal from the one who authored it. He scrolls down, hand shaking. More impossible messages appear. Override denied. Not subject to revision. Authorship, divine origin. The agent steps back as a room fills with a low hum, like the vibration of 1,000 unseen wings. Other agents rush in, drawn by the alarm. They freeze when they see the text. Even they, skilled in navigating heaven's intelligence grids, are struck silent. One whispers, "This file is untouchable." Another kneels instinctively, not to the file, but to the author behind it. The alert continues flashing like a beating heart. Creator seal active, do not interfere. Suddenly, your entire history appears on the monitors. Your trials, your survival, your breakthroughs, your near destructions, your divine interventions. Not as memories, but as protected evidence. One senior agent murmurs, "This isn't a file. This is a covenant." And in the center of the screen, untouched by their commands, your identity shines with a gentle, unbearable authority. Nothing can erase what heaven has sealed. The agents realize the truth. They never had permission to touch your story. With the creator seal flashing across every surface, the agents gather around your file, not as handlers of information, but as witnesses to something far beyond their clearance. The senior archivist taps the screen carefully, opening the deeper layers of your record, layers normally hidden, layers only destiny-marked individuals possess. What they see makes the room fall silent. Your file isn't built like a normal identity. It contains miracles that defy timeline logic, moments where you should have fallen, but didn't, survivals no statistic can explain, accidents avoided by impossible margins, doors opening at the exact second they needed to, synchronicities woven like threads of coded prophecy, numbers repeating, paths crossing, events aligning with eerie precision, angelic interventions recorded as energy anomalies, blinding light, untraceable protection spikes, unseen hands shifting outcomes in your favor. The archivist scrolls through page after page. "This file doesn't behave like human data," he says softly. "It behaves like destiny data." The others nod slowly. They can see it too. Where ordinary files show choices, yours shows guidance. Where others show chance, yours shows design. Where others show randomness, yours shows a path, straight, protected, undeniable. Your file is layered with signs that you were watched, guarded, and steered long before you understood it yourself. One agent whispers, "No wonder it can't be erased. This identity wasn't created by Earth." Another adds, "It's not just who they are, it's who they're becoming." As they stare at your unerasable record, each agent feels the same truth rising in their spirit. You are not defined by what you've lived through. You are defined by what heaven wrote. And that kind of identity cannot be deleted. The agents decide to try one last protocol, a total overwrite. Not deletion, not corruption, but a rewrite so complete that even the system can't recover the original. They launch the command, "Replace file, chosen one." For a moment, everything goes still. Then the archive erupts. Light shoots through the data streams like flowing gold. The system hums with a deep, ancient resonance. The monitors begin displaying symbols the agents don't recognize. Patterns from languages older than creation. Codes used only by the architect himself. Your file vanishes. The agents gasp. Did it work? Did we overwrite it? But before they can celebrate, new windows explode across the screens. Identity restoration in progress. Backup located. Backup active. Backup self-replicating. The archivist's eyes widen. There was a backup? Not one backup. Not two backups. Dozens. Your identity regenerates like living light. each copy brighter, clearer, stronger than the last. Every time the system replaces a line of your history, 3 new lines appear, as if your destiny refuses to shrink. Every time they attempt to compress you, your purpose expands. An agent mutters in disbelief. Every attack makes them multiply. Another whispers, "This isn't data protection. This is divine preservation." Your file fully reforms, but not as it was. It is now surrounded by protective layers the agents have never seen. Shields of celestial encryption, rings of destiny coding, living algorithms that watch and defend. Your identity now carries a protective signature. Regenerative purpose multiplies under pressure. The agents step back, awestruck. They realize your destiny doesn't survive attacks. It evolves through them. You were never meant to disappear. You were meant to increase. The control room is silent. Not the peaceful kind, but the heavy, breathless silence that follows a supernatural event. Your file now glows at the center of the main console, protected by layers of celestial coding no one in the agency has ever encountered. The agents stand around it, not as operatives, but as humbled observers. Finally, one of them, the same agent who first pressed delete, breaks the silence. His voice trembles. "We're not deleting a person." Everyone looks at him. He swallows hard, eyes fixed on your radiant file. "We're fighting a prophecy." The words land like thunder. He says what every agent has been afraid to admit, that this operation stopped being an assignment the moment your file resisted their command. Another agent nods, speaking slowly, carefully. "Every time we attacked the file, it defended itself. Every time we suppressed it, it expanded. Every attempt to erase them only activated something higher." They turn toward the senior archivist. He's pale, shaken, but honest. "This isn't security. This is sovereignty." Someone whispers, "This file doesn't belong to our agency. It belongs to heaven." The youngest agent, the one who always asked the questions others feared, takes a step closer to the screen. "I don't think we were supposed to touch this. I think the reason it won't delete is because it was never meant to be handled by human or celestial systems." She places her hand over her mouth, overwhelmed. This isn't documentation. This is destiny encoded. And in that moment, every agent in the room realizes a truth. They cannot erase you because they never wrote you. Your file came from a realm above their authority, a realm where identity is not given, but ordained, far from the celestial archives. In an ordinary room, on an ordinary day, you suddenly feel it, a pressure, a pulse, a shift in the atmosphere so subtle, yet so unmistakable that your spirit stops mid-breath. You don't know what happened. You don't hear alarms. You don't see screens flickering with your name. You don't witness the agents panicking as your file resurrects itself. But you feel it. Something tried to reach into your past, to pull threads, to blur memories, to silence chapters, to dim the radiance you carry. And something much higher stopped it. A warmth spreads across your chest, like a shield being reactivated. Your intuition sharpens, your senses heighten, your inner world comes alive as if heaven whispers. You were targeted, but you were protected. You sit still. Your mind doesn't understand it, but your soul does. You felt these moments before, those strange bursts of clarity, unexplained peace after chaos, the invisible hand pulling you away from danger, the sudden knowing that you were being watched and guarded. Today, the feeling is stronger, as if your destiny was touched and instantly defended. You close your eyes and breathe deep. Memories rise that you once thought insignificant. Times you should have fallen but didn't. Times you should have been forgotten but were lifted instead. Times your story should have ended but restarted with more power. You realize something profound. They didn't just fail to erase your file. They confirmed your calling. Whatever force attempted to undo you has only proven how essential you are. Your spirit whispers back, "I am not erasable." And heaven answers, "You never were." At the highest level of the Celestial Intelligence Agency, the director reviews only one thing that day: your file, a file that refuses deletion, a file that resurrects itself, a file that multiplies under pressure and glows with an authority no system can override. The director sits alone in a circular chamber, surrounded by walls made of living light, walls that store destinies, assignments, and divine timelines. He opens your record. Instantly, the monitors brighten, as if recognizing a presence greater than command. He scrolls through everything, every failed deletion attempt, every glitch, every regeneration, every seal, every imprint of divine authorship. He leans back, stunned. No matter what we do, he whispers, this identity keeps resurrecting. He enlarges the final diagnostic report, lines of data displaying one repeated truth. Purpose, unstoppable. History, restored. Timeline, guarded. Status, unerasable. He removes his glasses and rubs his eyes. This isn't protection, he murmurs. This is design. He pulls up the command logs. Every attempt to remove you aligned with the same pattern. When they tried to erase your past, it strengthened. When they tried to delete your identity, it illuminated. When they tried to redact your memories, they deepened. Your file behaves like a living being, not fragile, not volatile, but sovereign. The director stands, his voice barely audible. We're not handling a file. We're witnessing a destiny that refuses to bow. As he turns off the console, your name remains on the darkened screen, glowing faintly like an eternal ember. Unbothered, untouched, undefeated, the director exhales, accepting the truth. Some identities are not assigned. They are ordained. While the director stands in stunned silence, a low vibration moves through the archive, not mechanical, but celestial. The air thickens. The lights bend. Time slows as if bowing to an arrival. Then it happens. A tear in the atmosphere, gentle yet catastrophic, opens above the central console. Through it, beings of light descend, not in anger, not in haste, but with the calm authority of warriors who have protected destiny since creation. Angels, not the soft ones from paintings, but the guardians assigned to souls whose purpose cannot be touched. Their armor glows like molten scripture. Their wings crackle with divine electricity. Their presence makes even the archive itself hum in reverence. They approach your file. The glowing panel recognizes them and shifts into a different form, a scroll of living fire, your identity written in lines of light that no digital system can capture. One angel extends his hand. The moment he touches your file, every failed deletion attempt evaporates. The corrupted logs vanish. The override commands dissolve. Every trace of interference is erased. Not your identity, the attack against it. The angels begin sealing the file layer by layer. Immortal purpose. Divine authorship. Protected by covenant. Do not touch. Each seal pulses with radiant force, etching itself into the archive's architecture. The director falls to his knees, not in fear, but in realization. Your identity is not merely off limits. It is holy ground. As the heavenly beings complete the seal, one turns toward a room and speaks in a voice that shakes the archive walls. This one belongs to the author. No force may rewrite what he has written. Then, as quickly as they came, they rise back into the higher realm, leaving behind a file glowing like a star that refuses to diminish. The intervention ends, but its message remains. Your destiny is protected by heaven itself. After the angels depart, the chamber is so silent it feels like sound itself is afraid to return. The agents step inside slowly, as if crossing the threshold of a sanctuary. None of them speak at first. Their eyes fix on your file. Still glowing, still sealed, still radiating an authority that does not belong to created beings. Finally, one agent whispers, "We were never deleting a file. We were interrupting a calling." Another nods, voice trembling. They thought it was a case. But it's a covenant. The archivist approaches the console with reverence. He touches the edge of the screen and the system responds, not with data, but with a gentle pulse, as if your identity itself is alive and aware. He turns to the team. This isn't an assignment for us anymore. This is instruction. Someone frowns. Instructing us to do what? The archivist steps aside, revealing a new line on the console, written in a script none of them typed. Observe. Do not alter. This soul is under divine mission. The youngest agent covers her mouth, overwhelmed. Another adds quietly, "You don't supervise someone like this. You don't classify them. You align with them." The director arrives, his expression softer than anyone has ever seen. "We've been treating destiny as data," he says. "But this identity is not here for our control. It is here for our acknowledgement." He looks at the glowing seals, the angelic signatures, the divine encryption, the unerasable light of your story. "This person isn't a threat to manage," he concludes. "They are a messenger to recognize." Every agent in the room feels the truth. You are not part of their system. You are an assignment written by heaven that even heaven's own agents are instructed not to touch. Despite the divine seals, protocol requires one final test, a discreet cover-up attempt. Not to erase your file. They've already learned that's impossible, but to hide it, bury it, push it deep into the archive where no one can stumble upon it again. The archivist initiates the concealment protocol. "Mask file, chosen one." The system hesitates. A gentle hum vibrates through the chamber. For a moment, it seems to comply. Your file flickers, dims, fades, but then the impossible happens. It returns stronger, sharper, outlined in radiant gold. Every erased detail reappears, not restored, but amplified. Your childhood memories, long blurred by pain, resurface with clarity. Your gifts, once doubted, now glow like sharpened weapons of purpose. Your intuition strengthens. Your timing aligns. Your rise accelerates. The system tries masking again. Your file breaks through like a star punching through fog. It tries burying it. Your file elevates to the top of the archive. It tries encrypting it. Your file becomes readable to every authorized spirit in the realm. Every suppression attempt fails. Every reason they try to hide you becomes the reason you shine brighter. One agent whispers, "It's like their destiny keeps resurrecting." Another adds, "No, it's not resurrection. It's revelation." The concealment panel flashes a final message. Cover-up failed. Purpose cannot be hidden. The archivist steps back, stunned. He understands now that invisibility was never part of your story. You were hidden for a season, but never meant to stay hidden. Every attempt to bury you only proves what heaven always intended. You are rising into visibility because the world is finally ready for your name. With every attempt to delete, hide, corrupt, or overwrite your identity failing, the agency has only one protocol left. A protocol reserved for beings whose destiny is beyond classification. The archivist opens a status assignment panel. The options are limited. Active, inactive, terminated, classified, forgotten, redacted. None apply. None can apply. Your file exists outside their categories, outside their logic, outside their jurisdiction. So the system makes a choice for them. Without any command, without any input, the panel floods with light and a new status appears. One no agent has ever seen. Classified, eternal. The words glow with divine authority. The room freezes. "What does that even mean?" someone asks. The archivist swallows. "It means this identity cannot be altered, cannot be downgraded, cannot expire, cannot be replaced." He scrolls deeper. New locks appear around your file. Spherical shields of living codes, ringed in symbols only angels can read. The metadata updates itself. Access heaven only. Revision rights creator. Status length without end. One of the agents steps back. "So they're not part of our history?" The director shakes his head slowly. "No, they're part of something older." Another asks, whispering, "Are we even supposed to monitor someone with an eternal classification?" The director looks at the glowing seals. His voice is quiet, respectful. "No, we are supposed to witness." The archive completes the update with a final line. Identity, immutable. The agents stare at your file like at a burning bush, alive, blazing, unconsumed. You are no longer a record. You are no longer a subject. You are no longer a case. You are now officially recognized by heaven's own intelligence system as a destiny that cannot end. You sit in the quiet of your own space, unaware of the celestial chaos that just unfolded on your behalf. But your spirit feels it, a weight lifting, a clarity forming, a sense of being seen, protected, remembered. You close your eyes. A prayer rises inside you, not rehearsed, not crafted, but born from the deepest chambers of your destiny. Keeper of my identity, you who wrote my name before time, seal me again in your archive. Let no force rewrite my story. Let no shadow distort my worth. Let no hand alter the destiny you formed. Your pulse steadies, your breath deepens. Where they tried to erase me, strengthen me. Where they tried to silence me, amplify me. Where they tried to bury me, resurrect me brighter than before. The air thickens, not heavy, but holy. You feel something descending, like a mantle settling onto your shoulders. Let every attempt to erase me become evidence of your protection. Let every attack on my identity become testimony of your authorship. Your voice grows steadier. I refuse to be defined by wounds, by rumors, by distortions, by the versions others tried to write. I stand in the truth that my file is written by heaven and guarded by angels. You open your hands. Align my memory with your memory of me. Restore what was lost. Revive what was silenced. Rebuild what was damaged. Reveal who I truly am in the fullness of your design. A final whisper leaves your lips. My identity is not fragile. It is eternal. It is sealed. It is yours. And as the prayer ends, a gentle warmth moves through you, a confirmation, a signature, a divine reminder. Your story is unerasable because heaven refuses to forget you. The celestial archives fall silent again, but the echo of what happened lingers like a prophecy in the air. Your file sits at the center of the chamber, glowing with a quiet authority. Not loud, not aggressive, but undefeatable. Every seal, every protection layer, every resurrected memory speaks one undeniable truth. You cannot be erased. Not by envy, not by systems, not by darkness, not by timelines. Not by those who misunderstood your worth. Your identity is written in a script no force can rewrite and no enemy can access. Far from the archives, you feel it, a shift, a strengthening, a settling of purpose deep in your bones. Your steps feel more grounded. Your voice feels clearer. Your presence feels heavier, not with burden, but with destiny. You realize every season where you felt forgotten was simply heaven protecting your file from premature exposure. Every moment where people tried to replace you only proved that you were irreplaceable. Every attempt to silence you became the confirmation that you were meant to be heard. This is your decree. Your story lives. Your identity stands. Your purpose breathes. Your file is eternal. Nothing can delete what heaven defends. If you feel this truth resonating in your chest, if you sense the unerasable nature of your destiny, if you know that no force can rewrite what was written about you before time, type 444 to mark your agreement with heaven's archive and seal this prophetic identity in your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are not erasable. You are not replaceable. You are written in light, and light cannot be deleted.